Good evening. This is CTV News for Monday, September 24th. I'm Denise Douglas. So glad you could join us this evening. Well, topping our news tonight, Deputy U.S. Attorney General Rod Rosenstein is set to meet with President Trump on Thursday. It is speculated that the president may fire him, but Rosenstein says he is willing to resign. This comes after the New York Times reported that Rosenstein spoke with colleagues about attempting to remove Trump from office. Rosenstein denies the report. As Deputy AG, he's overseeing the investigation of counsel Mueller, who is currently looking into the Russia interference in the 2016 presidential campaign. Senator Ben Cardin says Rosenstein's potential firing could hamper that investigation.
He is just trying to preserve the independence of the Department of Justice. If he is no longer there, knowing how President Trump operates, he's already tried to interfere with this investigation. Without Rod Rosenstein, it will be very difficult to see how Mr. Mueller can complete his investigation.
Rosenstein is the former United States Attorney for Maryland. The sentencing hearing is underway in the sexual assault case against Bill Cosby. The 81-year-old comedian, referred to as America's Dad, was convicted back in April on 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault for drugging and assaulting Andrea Constant in 2004. Cosby could face up to 30 years in prison, probation, or house arrest. The hearing is expected to extend through tomorrow. Some students at the University of Maryland are moving out of their dorms for a disturbing reason. Patricia Vallone is standing by with the details.
That's right, Denise. Well, a problem with mold forces the University of Maryland to move students from Elkton Hall into hotels that are nearby.
I suffer from extreme asthma, and I'm very allergic to mold, so personally it's definitely a bigger deal for me than some other people. They're evacuating floor by floor. My floor is not one to be evacuated for another few weeks, though. So that's something that I have to deal with personally and go and take proactive measures in order to get me out of the building as fast as possible.
It's everywhere. I found it on my shoes, on one of my jackets, on all my bags. I mean, maybe they couldn't do anything about it, but I don't know. I think it's kind of ridiculous that we have to move out.
I think the shuttle services are good. That sounds helpful, at least so that they don't have to try to walk or, have to Uber or get someone to drive them. But I do wonder if there was a way that this could have been dealt with over the summer before everyone moved in.
I think they've done the best that they can. It's something that no one really prepared for, so they're doing the best that they can, and we just have to work with what we have.
Now, the university contracted an outside firm to assist in the inspection and ensure that the HVAC system is working properly. Well, on the financial front, Maryland's Board of Revenue Estimates releases its numbers for September, and the numbers are good. The report predicts state revenue will grow by 4% in fiscal year 2019 and by 3.3% in 2020.
So I've seen the highs and lows, if you will. I can tell you that while we have much to celebrate with today's revenue projections, it's also incumbent upon us to refrain from fiscal decisions that will compromise the significant progress we've made. We must continue to hold the line on new and higher taxes. We must continue to hold the line on soaring debt. We must continue to hold the line on wasteful and unsustainable spending.
And the board met this afternoon in Annapolis. Well, on political news, Republican Governor Larry Hogan and Democratic challenger Ben Jealous meet today for their one and only scheduled debate. A panel of 4 journalists from across the state questioned the candidates for an hour this morning. The debate will air tonight at 7 p.m. on Maryland Public Television. Key topics are expected to include the heroin crisis, union support, and educational issues.